Hello, you lovely people! There are only a few days left for the 5.3 update, and even less time left for the 5.3 special event program as it is scheduled for December 20th. As in the first phase on January 1st in version 5.3, we will see Mavuika. Some of you might be wondering if she is still a free-to-play friendly unit after all of these buffs and nerfs. So in this video, we will discuss how you can prepare early for her and which artifact sets you can use on her and what are the free-to-play weapon options available for her. First, let's talk about the artifact sets available for her. Mavuika's best artifact option as a main DPS is the Obsidian Codex set, which offers a huge crit rate and great all-around damage % buff. But the Obsidian Codex has a large flaw as the crit rate buff gaining from the 4-piece set of this set will not trigger when you use her Elemental Burst because her Elemental Burst does not consume any Night Soul points. But it is possible to trigger the 4-pieces set effect before using her Elemental Burst, and if you can manage to use her burst within the time frame. There are also speculations because of this mechanism of Codex set that there will be a different dedicated set for Mavuika in future patches. If you don't have a good Obsidian Codex set for Mavuika, there are other options such as the Marichasi Hunter set can be a good option for you, especially if you use this set alongside Farina in the same team, as it can massively boost the consistency of crit hits from her Elemental Burst. If you use this set, it can sometimes perform better than the Obsidian Codex when used with Farina, so it's recommended to use for whichever set you have the better subsets. Now, for all of you who want to use her as an off-field support, you can use the Scroll of the Hero of Cinder City set for her as it will offer a team-wide 40% damage bonus. Even though the 2-piece effect of this set does not provide any value to her, it is still her best option due to the 4-piece effect. You can also use 2-piece combos of Golden Troop, Unfinished Reverie, or Lava Walker as these combos will benefit her skill damage, attack, elemental mastery, or pyro damage. As for the main stats on her artifacts, you would need to run an attack % sand, pyro damage bonus, or attack % goblet, and crit rate or crit damage on circlet depending upon your crit rate and crit damage values. And for substats on her artifacts, you would not need any energy recharge, as her burst requires fighting spirit, so you just need to focus on getting crit rate, crit damage, attack %, and elemental mastery as substats. Try to aim for up to 70% crit rate, even when using the Obsidian Codex set, as her Elemental Burst does not gain the 40% crit rate buff from this set. As for her crit damage, try to aim for around 200%. And you would also need to maintain a minimum attack stat of 1,600 before buffs. Also, 100 Elemental Mastery or higher after buffs is required. But you can mainly focus on attack %, with the option to replace it with Elemental Mastery if there is too much attack % from the Goblet and Crit Circlet. As for her weapon choices, her signature weapon 8,000 Blazing Suns is her best in slot Claymore, offering huge base attack, great rate, and great damage attack %. Also, the 1,000 Blazing Suns is the new best Claymore in the game, providing huge stats to every single attack skill in Claymore users, and its stats are incredible. Beacon of the Reed Sea can be a good second choice if you have it, with a good base attack, good crit value, and a 20 or 40% attack boost. Her other suitable weapon can be Wolf's Gravestone, the next best weapon option, as it massively boosts her attack stat in everything she does, and its passive also buffs the entire team's attack stat, making it the perfect support weapon for her. Verdict also works incredibly with Mavuika due to the large base attack, decent crit rate, and additional attack % it provides passively. You can also use the Fong of the Mountain King on her as well. As for her 4-star options, you can use Serpent Spine, but it has significantly low base attacks compared to any weapon in the game, but it comes with a great crit rate stat and a huge damage % stat in the passive. As for her other 4 weapons, you can use the Unforged, Talking Stick, Earth Shaker, and Mailed Flower. If you have the event-exclusive Mailed Flower weapon, it offers a large base attack, plus 24% attack and over 200 elemental mastery, and it can rival the Serpent Spine in terms of damage in certain teams as well. Tidal Shadow is also a good option due to the attack stat it can provide her, but its large attack % buff will require you to use a healing unit. Now, as for her talent priority, it depends on how you plan to use her. But you would need to level up her elemental skill and burst simultaneously, with a slight preference for her normal skill. As her elemental skill holds most of her damage multipliers, you need to focus on it more compared to her elemental burst. Her Elemental Burst does increase her damage multipliers, but it is slightly less compared to her Elemental Skill, and it does not buff her off-field Elemental Skill damage too. So you need to keep her Elemental Skill level at least one level higher or equal to that of her Elemental Burst. And that's everything you need to focus on to prepare early for Mavuika. What do you think about her? Are you going to pull for her? Let me know in the comments down below. That's everything for this video. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel to get all informations early.